As a theme and or title, I propose to you rest as preparation for next level movement. Rest as preparation for next level movement. Rest. Rest. Mark 6, verses 30 to 37. The apostles returned to Jesus and told Jesus all that they had done and taught. And he, Jesus, said to them, "Come away by yourselves to a desolate place and rest a while." For many were coming and going, and they had no leisure even to eat. And they went away in the boat to a desolate place by themselves. Now many saw them going and recognized them, and they ran there on foot from all the towns and got there ahead of them. When he went ashore, he saw a great crowd. This is Jesus. And he had compassion on them, because they were like sheep without a shepherd. And he, this is Jesus, began to teach them many things. And when it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, "This is a desolate place, and the hour is now late. Send them away to go into the surrounding countryside and villages and buy themselves something to eat." But he, this is Jesus, answered them, "You give them something to eat." I'm going to pause here. I want to go back and do something that I love. There's numerous translations of the Bible. King James, and NIV, and ESV, and RSV, and the Message. But I want to take an attempt to translate this for us just a little bit, if you would indulge me for a second. Verse 30. The apostles, those who were traveling with Jesus, those 12 in particular, returned to Jesus and gave a report on what they had spent the last season doing. Jesus had sent them out 2 by 2 and literally gave them authority over unclean spirits. And that's in verse 7 and 13, referencing. Jesus gave them authority over unclean spirits. So they had gone out 2 by 2, and now they're returning back, and they're giving Jesus a report. Well, this is what he and I did. This is what we did. This is what we did. And so Jesus says, okay, because you had a long season, I want you to take some time for yourselves. Take a moment to rest. So come, let us go away to a faraway place that is desolate, that is hidden, that is unknown to most. As they were going, the various people who they had been blessing, reaching out to and teaching, didn't want them to leave, so they followed them. So as they got on the boat, the people ran on the coast, ran and ran, to the point where they ran ahead of where the boat was going. So Jesus said, I told y'all, I want you to rest. So let me go out by myself and handle this situation. So Jesus goes out, and the Bible says Jesus had compassion and said, come. I know you need. I know you're in need. I know you need to eat from the bread of heaven. I know you need to eat from the bread of life. So come. And all the crowds came around. And the disciples, while they were resting, were still focused on their mission. They were still focused on we need to go and help Jesus. So when it got late and Jesus had not returned, they went out and found him, saw him surrounded by a big crowd. And the disciples said to Jesus, let these people go. we have a tendency to go in and out of very intense seasons. We have a tendency to go through very intense cycles of life. Jesus took them away and taught them to rest. Taught them to pause for the cause, to refuel, to replenish, to revive themselves. In fact, Jesus, while they were resting, ran interference for them because he had already commissioned them to go out and minister to those. But when he pulled them aside to rest, the people still needed to be ministered to. So Jesus said, let me go and let me minister to these folks while you rest. This is a transitional moment in next level movement. A transitional moment in next level movement. The disciples had just had very intense and laborious season. And if you read ahead in the Bible, you know they're about to embark in a very laborious and intense season. In fact, verses 7 to 13 that I've referenced already, Jesus gave them the authority over unclean spirits. But once we get past verses 41, Jesus teaches them how to make meals out of morsels. Jesus teaches them how to walk on water. Jesus teaches them how to heal the sick. Jesus teaches them how to heal the deaf. Jesus teaches them how to heal the blind. And many more. And so I would argue that this moment of rest is not only a time to reflect on where we've been and what we've learned, but it's a time of preparation in order to go to the next level. When was the last time that you celebrated your accomplishments? When was the last time that you pushed pause on life to take some time and enjoy the fruits of your labor? When was the last time that you took some time out from your busy schedule, from your busy situations, so that you could refuel, refill, and be revived? When was the last time that you just said, not today, no thank you, I'll call you back later? When was the last time that you said to yourself, I am worthy of some time to myself? When was the last time that you told folks who have been bugging you and burning you and waiting for you to do all kinds of things, let me get back to you tomorrow? When was the last time? But not only that, when was the last time that you prepared for what was